in Kenya, it's an obligation for every adult who has got a KRA PIN to file their tax returns every year. It does not matter whether you are employed or you are not. And remember, the deadline for filing your KRA return it's at the 30th day of June, the subsequent year. What am I trying to say? For example, for this year, this is 2025, we are filing returns for 2024, and the deadline is the 30th day of June. So welcome. I'll be your host, GM. Let's see step by step how we're going to do this, how we're going to file our KRA return. Remember to subscribe to this channel. What do you need before you start the process? The first thing you need is your KRA PIN and your iTax password. Remember your iTax when you are creating this PIN certificate, the system from which you created your PIN, you are given a link to join your iTax portal. So uh, log in with the email you used to create your PIN certificate and create a password. Don't worry, if you don't have the password, I will show you before the video ends how you reset your password or how you go about to retrieve your password. But the first thing you need in this case is your KRA PIN and your iTax portal password. The second thing you need for you to file your KRA returns is a P9 for those guys who are employed. But with advancing technology, the system has been updated and uh, you can file your returns automatically from the system using the ITR section, which I'm going to show you shortly. So stay with me and let's get deep into this matter. Of course, the next thing you need for this case is a good, reliable internet. You must have your internet for you to do this because this thing is done online over the internet. So make sure you have a reliable internet for you to proceed with the process. Once you've assembled the tools of work, I believe now you are very much ready to sink into the actual thing. Now, I want you to prepare yourself to become a guru in the next few minutes. So, if you have all the above, all the mentioned, that's the carry pin, the P9 for those guys who are employed. If you're not employed, don't worry. I will still show you how to file your new returns later on. And you have the good internet, and now you have your machine that's a laptop or a computer or a tablet set before you. Now let's head over to the KRA system, to the KRA website, and that's the iTax portal for us to proceed with the process of filing our returns. Let's proceed. So uh, when you feed in the link that was given earlier on, will bring you to this screen where you're going to fill in your ID or PIN number in the box, and then you tap on continue where you're going to proceed in and key in your password. In this section, uh, you type in your password as indicated or as shown, then do the arithmetic. It's a simple math to confirm that actually the person using it is a human being and not a bot. Then tap enter or tap login, and from there you're going to proceed into the login screen, uh, the dashboard now, where you're going to select which particular returns you're going to pick. So in this screen now, you're going to point your cursor of your computer to this section, particularly written returns. Now, as you can see, we have several types of returns indicated here. But for this case, we are interested in those guys who are employed and those guys who are filing for nil uh, returns. So if you're employed, uh, you can head over to this particular one, the ITR for employed uh, uh, individuals. So you can see after selecting that one, now it's asking you to select a return date. So you will maneuver as indicated in the calendar here. You maneuver here and there to get the exact date you want, the exact year and the exact month. So you just use the calendar. You can select the year. You can also select the date as indicated. Then from there, click the date that you are selecting. After selecting the year, then you're selecting the month. Then now the particular date, for example, you are starting the starting date should be January. So maneuver until you get the particular year and then click 1st January and it will directly go there. As you can see, mine cannot proceed because I have already filed mine. For those ones who don't have employment but they have a KRA PIN, remember they're also required to file their returns. And for that matter, when you check this return section, you're going to see a point written near returns. Select that one and now go ahead and pick the type of return you're selecting. That's income tax, resident individuals, that's any return of course. Then proceed ahead and select the date of the return you are picking. So after selecting the date, and we said the date of return should be uh, 1st January of the year you're filing for. That's the date of return or the return period, the starting point. Then, of course, the end date for the year will be automatically filled in by the system. Then click submit. Nil return is always straightforward. It's straightforward, unlike uh, the one for employed individuals. Remember, the great difference between one for employed individuals and real return is that if you are employed, you're going to be required to pick, fill in some information or verify some information in the system that pertains to the amount of money you earn, the amount of money you are deductions that were made from your salary. They are preloaded in the system if you're using ITR. So on and on as you proceed until the last point where you're going to submit. So that's the great difference between the guys who are employed and the ones who are not employed. If you're not employed, it's pretty straight forward because you're only going to pick submit and it will be submitted and you'll get an acknowledgement receipt immediately. Earlier on, I promised I was to show you how to reset your password, how to retrieve it. So if you've forgotten your password, uh, head over to this uh, area down here indicated uh, forgot password. Then from there, when you click, it will ask you, it will go directly with your PIN and it will ask you to do an arithmetic in the next screen. Do the arithmetics and a retrieval password will be sent to your email immediately. Pick that password and use it to reset your account. From there, you'll be set to carry on the process that we've described above. What are the don'ts? Avoid at all cost to delay or to miss your return filing, because if you miss, you're going to attract a 2,000 shillings penalty for every single year that you miss to file your returns. So make sure before it's the last day of June that you filed your returns, and don't wait until uh, the deadline comes, because the more you wait, the more there will be traffic over the internet, which will mean you're going to have a problem on filing your returns, or maybe you might even miss because the system might fail, the system might go down, and you end up missing filing your returns. So kindly make sure you don't filed your returns late. Because if you even if you file them late by 1 day, your system or your KRA account is going to attract a penalty of 2,000 shillings. The next thing you need to avoid is to choose wrong returns. Uh, Sometimes in the system, some people may key in wrong figures, and that's thanks to the ITR system that has got preloaded figures according to the submissions your employer made. Initially, when we were using the CLV uh, Excel file, people could fill in wrong information, which could lead to wrong returns. And some people will choose VAT instead of uh, pay. Some people will choose withholding instead of pay, etc. So make sure you're choosing or you're doing the right thing when you're filing the return. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more helpful financial tips. Let's see each other in the next one. Bye.